Hello guys, I almost said good morning, but it is 12 o'clock p.m. when we're starting this. We're gonna do a mat Pilates here on Instagram Live. We're gonna keep it nice and simple, nothing too fast or crazy. I've been doing some more advanced ones lately, so I thought it would be nice to scale it back and do one that's gonna feel good for everybody, no matter how experienced or advanced you are. But this one's also gonna be really good if you are more of a beginner, or if you have any injuries. It just won't be so quick and crazy. Hello everybody, I see Sean and Liz and Caroline and Charlene, and I missed some people back there. Barb. Julia, I just saw your car drive by my house. Wow, you got home very fast. Okay guys, all you need is a mat. You really don't need any props. Thank you for joining me because it is beautiful outside. Hi Nilu. And hi Monica, yay. All the peeps in the house. My place is looking empty because I'm moving. Some of you guys don't know that. So everything is starting to come off the walls. Okay, let's see if you can see my mat down here. How's that? Ta-da! Thank you for all these little hearts that are bubbling up the screen. They make me feel all warm and happy on the inside. The only thing you might want is a band if we do some roll-ups. Well, we're going to. If you get stuck, you feel like you can't roll up nicely, or like a yoga belt or something like that. Is anyone else having issues seeing the live feed? Charlene can't see stuff. Help Charlene, is it just her? I was just doing a few FaceTime lessons and the internet just in the last 5 or 10 minutes got crappy, so I don't know what's going on. Let's start. Hopefully Charlene, yours kicks in. It's okay for Liz. Charlene girl, it's just you. Okay, let's start. So let's start with some roll downs to just loosen up the back. So just stand, let's have the feet open hip distance to give your back some space so we're not jamming those heels together. Inhale the shoulders up. Exhale, roll it away. Inhale. Okay, stop talking, stop typing, do your Pilates. One more time. Let's inhale the arms up, you guys, straight up in the air. Now imagine there's a wall behind you. So you're gonna roll down, not by hinging at your hip and sticking out your bum, but by bending your neck and bending your shoulders and bending your upper back and your middle back, your lower back, and you're gonna go down as far as it's comfortable for you. If you feel like you have to bend the knees, bend the knees. Hang out here for a second, loosen up the head. Now come up, again, not by shifting your hips back, but by tucking your tailbone, squeezing your seat, pressing your hips forward, making the action have to come from the spine. So we're getting some movement in our back and some stretching in the back muscles. Let's just do that one more time. Arms, head, neck, shoulders, upper back, middle back. Keep your balance, keep your glutes, soften those knees if it feels more comfortable for you. Go all the way down, loose. Now come up beginning with the glutes. Use your butt to kind of tuck the tail and the pelvis under. Think of pressing your hips forward, rolling the rest of the way up, reaching, and just do big arms out to the sides to come down. Lace your hands behind your back, give yourself a little stretch. Okay, come on down onto your mat however you would like to. Just saying hi. Hi, Mika. Okay, come on down. Lie gently down onto your back. Bend your knees. Okay, arms flat on the mat. All those words are kind of covering me up. I know this is not ideal. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Just slide your palms on the mat. And then push your shoulders, your shoulder blades down the mat. Your fingertips are reaching for your heels. Glide your shoulders up the back. We're just getting our scapulae to move around. Those are your shoulder blades. And glide them down so you feel how they're kind of free from your back. Glide them up. Glide them down. Do one more time. Blades up. Blades down. Reach your fingertips straight to the ceiling. Imagine you're holding a magic circle or a yoga block, and you could if you have one right beside you. You're going to reach your fingertips up to the ceiling an inch or two so your shoulder blades separate wider. And then you're going to hug your blades together under your back so those fingers come down an inch or two, but the arms are not bending. You're going to reach up to the ceiling. Try to touch your ceiling. Unless you're outside, lucky you, touch the clouds. And then squeeze your blades. Yesterday I was teaching somebody who was on their dock, on their private island. Nice, eh? Inhale. And then squeeze the blades. One more time. Blades apart. And blades together. Now just find an in-between of that, a neutral shoulder blade position. Now get your focus into your abs, your ribs, and tuck your rib cage tight into your body and into the mat. I want you to inhale your arms back behind you. They do not have to touch the floor. I don't want your ribs to lift at all, so keep your abs tight, 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 tight. Bring your arms back up. The tighter your shoulders are, the less far back you're going to be able to reach your arms. Inhale back. As the arms go back, really resist the ribs lifting. So pull those upper abs down, 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 down into the mat and return. 2 more times. Inhale to reach. Notice if any of your upper back is lifting off the mat or if your ribs are popping up in the air. We don't want them to. Exhale, return. 1 more time. The arms move, but it doesn't change your rib cage. It doesn't change your back. The arms can move independently of the ribs and the spine is important to know. And then take it back and just release your hands down on the mat. Now, take an inhale where you are. As you exhale, we're going to rock the pelvis really subtly, bringing the low back a little firmer into the low mat. The tailbone and the pubic bone can lift up. Inhale, return back into that neutral position so you have a nice flat low belly. And then as you exhale, we're going to draw the low stomach muscles down. The low back snuggles the mat, and the tailbone and the pubic bone slightly point up. So this is called an imprint. Inhale, come back into neutral. You probably can't even see it on the screen because it's quite subtle. Exhale, rolling back. And don't squeeze your bum. This is smaller. It's just coming from your low abs. Inhale, return. Exhale, your low abs are down. Your low back is down. I want you to keep that so there's no space under your low back whatsoever. Bring one leg up to tabletop. Bring your other leg up to tabletop. And your job here is to make sure that your low back doesn't pop up off the mat. Relax your shoulders, arms, and head. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, stretch one leg away from you, and in response, pull your low abs and your low back deeper down to the mat. Inhale, bring it back in, nice and slow. The other leg stretches as you exhale. The lower you take it, the more challenge for your abs. So your leg can be anywhere from vertical to almost on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, stretch your right leg. You can go lower if you're not straining the back and the back is not lifting. Inhale. If your back is feeling some yuck, then you're going to take the leg a whole bunch higher. Okay, so you do what you need to. And that might be different on every day. Let's do one more on each leg. The right leg reaches away, kind of testing out the strength of those low abs and waking them up. And the other leg. And bring it in. Now, if those are really challenging, continue with the single legs. Otherwise, legs together now. Inhale. Exhale, stretch both your legs, and they likely will not go as low as where you had your single legs, because now you've got twice the weight pulling on your abs and your back. Inhale, bring it back in. Exhale, stretch both of your legs, but your low back cannot come off the mat. Inhale, make sure you're not tensing your shoulders or your neck. Exhale, stretch the legs, sink the stomach, press the back down, and then bring it back in. With your hands, just hug your knees and rock out on your back. Release your feet down. Now let's keep it neutral, okay? So you don't need to have your low back pressed down so firmly because your feet are on the ground. 2 hands behind your head. Relax your head and neck. Keep your elbows wide. Inhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Exhale, curl your head and shoulders up, but as you curl up, look that nothing is changing in your belly. It's not tipping and it's not pushing out. Inhale down. Imagine you have a cup of water sitting on your tummy. As you curl up, exhale, that water shouldn't spill towards your face or over to the side. Inhale down. Exhale, we're bringing the head forward because we're really pushing the ribs down into the mat. Work those upper abs. Inhale down. Exhale, curl. We want to not bring the head up because the neck or the hands are working. Make it come from your abdominals. Let's do about 3 more of these. All the air needs to come out to really squeeze and compress those abs. It's going to help you. Inhale down. Make sure the ribs don't pop when you go down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Now these are super simple, but my abdominals are shaking. So really squeeze them, really curl up, really breathe out, and you're gonna get some good strong work even with the most simple of movements. Now, let's put together two things we've already done, you guys. Hands up in the air, imprint that low back, bring both legs to table. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're gonna reach the arms back, you're gonna reach out both legs, you're gonna keep down your low back, and you're gonna keep down the ribs, and return. And if that's too intense, you continue doing one leg at a time. Exhale, stretch away the legs, stretch away the arms, but your center is super tight and connected and grounded. Nothing's popping up off the mat. With the breath. Also, when the arms reach back, don't let those shoulders go up to your ears. Keep that feeling of the shoulder blades going down the back, the opposite of when we were shrugging the shoulders and the shoulder blades. So you should be feeling your abs. The upper abs are keeping the ribs down. The lower abs are keeping that low back down. Your whole abdominal system is working hard for these. One more time. My abs are shaking. I hope yours are too. Grab your knees and give yourself that little rock and roll. Okay, let's do one more round of those little curls. Let's leave the legs up in our tabletop position and let's keep that low back down so our low abs are on. And then we're gonna add those upper abs back in by curling forward. Inhale, tuck your chin towards your chest. Exhale, curl up. Squeeze with your upper abs, push down with the lower abs. Inhale, return your head to the ground. Exhale, curl, and really stay up for a second. Feel the squeeze, breathe all your air out. Don't rush. Inhale, we don't want any momentum. We want to really feel the muscles doing the work. Try not to pull your elbows forward. Inhale, just use your hands as like a little hammock for the head to rest in. Keep checking out your belly when you curl up and make sure it's not puffing out. When you curl up, you really want a sinking down sensation, and you should be able to see that. We don't want to force the abs up, but we want to draw them in deeper. Let's do two more. When the abs push up, that's your rectus abdominis kind of bulging out. When the abs pull down, that's your transverse abdominis, which really hugs the body like a tight corset, your internal Spanx, and that actually tightens the waist, hug your knees in, and supports your torso a lot better than your more superficial rectus abdominis muscles. Let's come to the hands and the knees for some cat stretches. I think my quiche's done, Liz. Okay, send me some then. Hands and knees. We're gonna arch the back, and when we do this, in this extension, we wanna focus on trying to get more bend in the upper back, where it's harder and not as natural. And then exhale as you round. Now we're gonna focus on getting the low back round, again, where that is not as natural, it's a little more challenging. Inhale to arch, extending the spine. Don't just bend in your low back. That's easy, and most of us already bend too much in the low back, right? So we're not dropping down there. We're keeping that belly lifted a little. And round. And now most of us have a lot of roundness in the upper back already, kind of a hunched posture. So we don't want to push the ribs up to the sky. We want to try to stretch that low back. Let's do one more time. Inhale to an arch, focusing on moving your upper back, your thoracic spine into extension. And then exhale, round, and we're trying to get the lumbar spine, the lowest part of your back, into more round. And that happens by really tucking your tail and really sucking up the low belly. Now just come to a flat back. So imagine your back is a table, okay, and you're gonna have a cup of tea on it, or hot soup, or I don't know, maybe some melted gelato today because it's so hot out. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, reach your right arm forward, your left leg back, and nothing moves on your table. Nothing gets spilt. Glide them back in. Soft and smooth and at the same time. And then exhale the left arm forward, the right leg back. Really resist arching your back or tipping over or lifting up the right hip. Glide them back in. So this is really easy to do, but really hard to do properly. Right arm, left leg. I always see people doing this in the gym, but their whole center is like flopping around, rolling to the side, and I'm wondering really, what's the benefit there? Not that I'm judging. Left arm, right leg. I want to like go over and like grab them and keep their hips still, coach them. Bring them back in. One more time, right arm, left leg. It's like I just saw some quote. I think it said, Pilates is so easy until you learn to do it right. And that's so true. Left arm, right leg. It gets harder and harder and harder. The better you are at it, the more you understand it. Let's stretch back into a child's pose. Be careful if you have any knee issues. Now, a child's pose for Pilates isn't just flopping onto the ground. It's trying to pull the stomach up off the thighs and curl the forehead to the knees. So it's like an active flexion of the spine. We want to stretch the back muscles. Come on back through to sitting. We're going to work on our 100. And we have a lot of options. The key here is that we're breathing in and out on the count, and we're pumping the arms. You could have the head down. You could have the feet down. Okay, if you're able to curl your head up, and if you're able to have your knees up. Okay, we're inhaling for 5 pumps, exhaling for 5 pumps. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. In, and it's a smooth breath. 30. Some people maybe have learned the staccato breath, breathing out really sharply 5 times, which is okay to learn to kind of make your breath last for 5 counts, but you do want your breath to become more natural once you've got the concept of breathing in and out for 5 counts. Keep going. Let's do 3 more breaths. If anyone wants to straighten their legs vertical or lower them, you're welcome to, of course, but make sure that low back stays down firmly. Let's make it our last breath. Shoulders are pushed away from the ears. Bend the knees if they were straight, hug the knees, and head down. Okay, we're gonna work on some roll-ups. I'm just gonna move this chair because I feel like it's blocking the light. Yeah, that's better. Let's start sitting. We're gonna go a couple different versions of our roll-up. We're gonna start with a half roll back. Arms straight ahead, knees bent. Inhale, sit up straight. Exhale, tuck your tail, squeeze your bum, and just roll halfway back. Make sure you're not leaning back. Make sure you're really scooping out your belly like a hammock shape. Hold it for your inhale. And then exhale, try to pull your stomach and your ribs back even more. Head to the knees, so we're not just resting the torso on the legs, we're really trying to get round. Inhale, sit up straight, begin again. Exhale, half roll back, squeeze your butt, tuck your tail, try to rock your pelvis backwards and get that low back to round like we were doing in our cats. Take an inhale. Exhale, scoop the belly like you're hollowing it out or like you're deflating a balloon in the low belly, and reach forward. One more like this. Inhale, tall. Exhale, scoop the belly, tuck your butt, roll back. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, scoop. All the air comes out. Come up tall. Now we're gonna go all the way down onto the back slowly here. I'm gonna move forward. Okay, bone by bone by bone, try to control it. If you feel like you need to walk down your legs to control it, do that. Use your hands and teach your body what you're asking it to do eventually without those hands. Now, straighten the legs. We're not coming all the way up into a roll-up. We're only coming part way. So we're going to reach the arms forward, tuck the chin, come up to where you kind of would do your 100, hold it. 3, stay there. 2, 1, now go down super slow, bone by bone by bone. And if this bothers your neck, you can put your hands behind your head. Reach the arms, but the ribs don't pop out. Arms forward, head forward. Exhale, curl as much as you can, but keeping that low back down. 3, 2, 1, slowly down. We're going to do one more exactly like that. Arms forward, head forward, breathe out. Hold, 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 come down. Now we're going to attempt the entire roll-up. If that doesn't work for you, you can put your strap around your feet, or you can continue with this half roll-up that we've just done 3 times. Arms forward, head forward. Exhale. Now if you can, continue up, scooping your belly, hollowing it out, rounding your back, reaching. Relax your shoulders. Slowly go back down. Stay in this round shape. Squeeze your bottom. If you can, squeeze your heels and squeeze your inner thighs. Try to place your low back down first, And then again, bone by bone by bone. Okay, so it's easy to do this if you just kind of jump off the mat and fall back down. It's hard if you try to peel bone by bone, one vertebra at a time, using no momentum, just muscles. Exhale to scoop that belly. If your feet are lifting up in the air, that's a sign that your back is tight, your hip flexors are tight, your abdominals aren't strong enough yet to peel you off, right? Your hip flexors are trying to just do it for you. Squeeze the booty, bone by bone by bone. One more full roll up, or you can continue doing the halfway ups only. Once you're back down on whichever version you're doing, we're gonna stay there. Hug your right knee in. This is a nice stretch for your glute, your hip, your low back. Pull your right thigh into your chest. Stretch your left leg long. Straighten that top leg. Give it a hamstring stretch. Use your hands. Try not to pull it in so much that it's bending. Just hold it where you can, if you can, with it being totally straight. Now we're going to do our one leg circles. We're going to go really small today because I want you to be super stable and your hip bones aren't going to move or lift at all. Press your palms, press your ribs, and press your bottom leg nice and firm. Go across the body to the left. Draw a small circle. Exhale. So mine is much smaller than a hula hoop. It's like a laundry hamper sized. Inhale across. Exhale. That seems like a Sunday thing, right? Laundry. 2 more. Nothing's moving except that leg. If your hips or your torso is moving, you go smaller. Now the other way. So we go out to the right, out, across, and then in. And not too quick. We're just really kind of like setting up ourselves for success by going small, by going slow, and really getting control. So I can feel my abs working really hard. Even though I'm not going big or fast, I'm stabilizing like crazy. Bend the right leg and slide it away. Let's start the other side with those stretches. So first we're just bending the left knee, pulling it in and stretching that bottom leg away. And now go for the hamstring stretch. So straighten your leg. Use your hands to gently pull, don't force. We're just helping that leg before it has to do its thing. Okay, ready? Press your palms. Push your ribs into the ground like your life depends on it. Go across the body. The foot goes to the right. It moves away from the nose, over to the left, and exhale, home. Inhale, draw the circle, and use your exhale to compress your abdomen. That breath out is going to help you like cinch up that imaginary corset around your waist and keep your torso still, which is what we want. Now go the other way 5 times. Exhale, home. Every time the leg pulls to your body, feel the stomach going deeper. So you're really trying to connect your leg to your core. So we're not moving our leg because of the quad or the hip flexor. It's actually connected right into our center, into our abdominals. And then bend that leg. Let's hug both legs in. You can roll to the side to come up to sitting, or you can roll up to sitting. We're going to do our rolling like a ball. If you're on a hard floor, you might want a towel under you. Sorry, I should have said that at the beginning. Mine's okay, but my poor little back doesn't like hitting the wood so much. Okay, grab your legs, hair issues. You can hold your ankles or you can hold your thighs, whatever works for you. Float your feet off the ground. Now, you don't want to flat back because you'll roll like a box. You want to roll back off your tailbone a little, rounding the low back, scooping your belly off your thighs and having your head between your knees. Now, check that your shoulders are down, the opposite of shrugging. Inhale, roll to the shoulders. Exhale up. Now, try to catch your balance, not by sitting up straight, but by scooping your belly and bringing your head to your knees. Inhale back, exhale up. Keep going. Inhale to roll, massaging the back. Exhale. You really want to lift your bum up in the air when you go back, but we don't want to land on the head. I think my back is cracking. One more time, a little adjustment happening. And now you guys catch this balance. We're going to go into our single leg stretch. Hold your right shin. Stretch your left leg, but we're going to put the head down. Okay, pull that leg in. And that leg goes as high as you need it to or as low as you can without that low back lifting. And let's switch. 5, take your time. 5, really squeeze and stretch that straight leg. 4, 4, 3, no shoulders tensing, even though the arms are pulling on the leg. 2, broaden your collarbones. 2, 1, I'm feeling my low belly because I'm really pulling it down. Now you guys keep going, and if you can, curl up. 5, 5, look at your low stomach. 4, 4, 3, get the shoulders away from the ears. 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Hug both knees in. If your head is up, put it down. Now make sure the ribs and the low back stay down here. We're going to reach our hands and feet straight to the ceiling. The arms are going to circle around. We're going to hug the legs back in. Inhale, reach. As the limbs go up, the back and the abs go down. Circle and squeeze. 3 more times. Two, head and neck relax for now. Hello, Reggie. 1 more time. Now, if you can, curl up and continue. But when the arms reach, don't let that push your head and shoulders to the ground. So now your abs have to hold your head and shoulders up against the weight of your arms reaching that want to push you down. 3 more times. Push that low back into the mat. Eyes on low tummy. Can you sink your stomach down and make sure it doesn't pop up or push out? 1 more time. It's hard. Rest your head. Keep the ribs down. Keep the low back down. Single straight legs. Okay, like a big scissors. Pull. Switch. Pull. We're going nice and slow. Pull. And again, try not to pull your leg in so much that it's bending. So if you have really tight hands, maybe you're only grabbing your thigh. Maybe you can't reach the leg. That's okay. Not yet. More Pilates, more yoga, and then you'll be able to. I promise. 1 more each. Now, if you're able to, curl your head up and continue. If you need to keep your head down, keep your head down. Now, ideally, we have straight legs and straight arms, right? I'm not going to bend everything in. Now, instead of pulling the leg more to your face, challenge yourself to curl up more, your face to your leg. Get more out of those upper abs. Oops, I'm not counting. I don't know, let's do 2 more each leg. Feels like 5-ish. Sink that low stomach. Press your shoulders down away from the ears. And let's hug both of the knees in. Okay, that was a really nice slow burn ab series. So you should be feeling upper abs if you curled up, and those lower abs for making sure the low back didn't come off the mat. Let's sit up. Spine stretch forward. Open your feet as wide as your mat. If you happen to be right by a wall and you want to, you can go press your back right into a wall. I love the feedback of the spine against the wall to see when it comes off the wall. Okay. Inhale, your arms are straight ahead. Doesn't matter if you're on a wall, you don't have to be. Exhale, imagine though if you aren't on the wall that you are. Head peels off the wall. Shoulders peel off the wall. Upper back peels off the wall. Now, as you're reaching your fingers and your head between your feet, I want you to keep pulling your low back into that wall or imaginary wall, like you're imprinting and using your abs, and then come back up bone by bone. So this isn't about folding your tummy to the floor and getting a hamstring stretch. It's about a nice round back and a scooped belly. Head, neck, fingers, shoulders, upper back, middle back. The more forward your fingers and head go, the more deep your belly button goes against that wall or imaginary wall. Peel it back up, bone by bone. 1 more time. You want to articulate the spine and get movement between every single vertebra. Check that your shoulders aren't tense. They're working, they're holding the arms up, but they shouldn't be squeezing. Now stay here. 3 big circles. Jay Grimes does these and I like them. Chest opener, shoulder opener. 2 more. 1 more. This time, lace your hands behind your back if you're able to. Give your shoulders a little extra juice. And and release. Okay, from here we're gonna go into the saw. So we're just gonna open the feet wider. This is a really nice twist and a stretch for like the sides and the low back. Flex your feet and try not to let your feet flop around. Also, crazy glue both of your butt cheeks. So when you twist, your bum is not gonna lift or go anywhere. Your arms are straight out to the side. Start tall. Inhale, twist to the right. Make sure your legs aren't moving, your butt cheeks aren't moving. Now you're gonna think of the spine stretch. Tuck your head that we just did. Scoop your stomach. The left hand is reaching towards the right foot. The back hand is pushing up like a lever to push the head down, but your stomach is still sucking up away from the thighs. There's a lot going on. Inhale up. Twist all the way over to the left. And then exhale, start reaching with your top hand, tucking your chin, scooping your ribs and stomach up and back while your head goes for the knee. It might not get there. Likely it won't. Inhale up unless you're extremely flexible. Twist all the way to the right. Now, as you're reaching to the right foot, you got to really push your left hip down heavy into the mat. Ground it. Up. Twist. Exhale. Reach. Scoop stomach. It's a spine stretch with a rotation. Same movement. Inhale up. We have one more to each side. Twist. Exhale. Inhale up. Twist. My heel found a squeaky floorboard. Exhale, reach. And up. And return. Okay, we're gonna go right to side kicks. We're not gonna do anything on our tummy today, because if you're a beginner, it's hard to stay on your front and keep your abs in. A lot of people tend to kind of go into their low back. Bring your head to the back of your mat, line up your whole body with the back edge. Your bum is at the back, your head is at the back, but then I'm gonna hinge my feet forward so they're just off the mat, okay? You can have your head on your arm. If you're certain that you're not kinking your neck and you wanna pull on the back of the neck, go ahead and do that, but try not to like rest in your neck. Keep it long and strong. Your other hand on the floor. Float your top foot and really flex the bottom one and push it down so it doesn't move. We're gonna kick forward, we're gonna kick back. And your goal as you move your top leg is to keep every single other part of your body perfectly still. Okay, so you need to be in control. You're not swaying your back, you're pulling your abs in, you're squeezing that top butt cheek. You're like a statue with like one moving part. And then bring your feet together. You're gonna kick up, the leg and the hip can be nice and free, but your center is solid. Okay? Imagine you want like a little mouse hole under your bottom waist. So when you kick up, it shouldn't shove your bottom waist down. It should stay lifted. So maybe you can't kick as high in order to get in control. Let's do circles. Let's do those laundry hampers again. 5. This is like medium. 4. Nothing in your middle moves. 3. 2. You should have like a burning hip. This is your glute medius. 1, your side butt. Bring the feet together, go the other way. 5, mediums. 4, I don't know, mine look kind of big. 3, 2, I've got the biggest laundry hamper in the world apparently. 1, now we're gonna roll right to the other side. You can go through your tummy and show me your butt. I'll save you guys, and I'm just gonna spin my feet to the other end of the mat. So remember, you're lining up at the back. Shoulder, back, bum at the back. Hinge your feet forward, so we're looking for that like 45 degree. Pull on your neck or rest your head down on your flat arm. Use your top hand. Pull up your waist. We kick forward, back. Don't go too big. Don't go too fast, because I guarantee your middle will start to wiggle around, and we don't want that to happen. Remember, Pilates is easy until you learn how to do it right. My new favorite quote. Bring your feet together. I don't know, we're doing 5 or 6 or something like that of everything. Ish. Kick it up. Remember, when that leg kicks up, your waist shouldn't drop down. If there's a little tiny mouse under your waist, don't kill it. Mice are so cute. I once rescued a mouse out of my cat's mouth. It was still alive, and I put it outside. It was just like a little wet and scruffy. Okay, draw your laundry hampers. and feet together. And no, I don't have a cat anymore, if anyone was wondering. Raj preferred to be the king. Okay, let's lay on our back and let's stretch out the butt after that. Nice stretch for the hip, the glute, your piriformis, and your back. Right ankle over left knee. Both hands are reaching up for that bottom leg if you can. If it's enough stretch for you, if you're really, really tight, you might be good just to keep your foot on the floor. But if you need that little extra, if you need more, grab the shin. Rest your head, rest your shoulders, and take a few good breaths. Switch. Back crack. Okay, we're gonna do a little twist. This is like a version of the TikTok that you might know from the reformer, but we're gonna do bent knees. This is gonna work your obliques. Let's do tabletop legs. Your arms can be flat on the floor, out like a letter T, or you can do goalpost arms, pointing your hands to the ceiling, okay? Your goal is to keep your shoulders and elbows glued down while your hips and waist twist, okay? Inhale where you are. Exhale, twist your legs to the right. Glue your knees together, glue your feet together so they don't slip apart, but do not let your left shoulder lift. Inhale, roll back through center, take your time. And then exhale, twist. Your whole right hip is up, but your right shoulder is down. So that's gonna dictate how far you can go. Inhale up. Your knees are not gonna touch the floor for sure, unless you have like the most flexible back and strongest abs ever. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Relax your neck, and we're just gonna keep the head still. Unlike on the reformer where we roll it, opposite where the legs go. Let's do one more right. One more left. Now we're gonna allow ourselves to take a full twist, so your arms can be flat, your legs are going to the floor, your abs are not hanging on. It's okay if the left shoulder pops up now, because we're just letting the back and the hip and the shoulder and the chest stretch out. Take a couple breaths. And come back through center. Switch it up. Send your legs left. Let the right side come up. Heavy bones, relaxed muscles. So I guess we're kind of peppering this Pilates session with a little bit of yoga, kind of stretches and relaxation. I think that's okay. Feels good. Joseph Pilates studied a lot of yoga before he created his system, so there is a lot of overlap. They can be friends. And then come back in. Let's swing up to sitting. We're just gonna do like a drop of teaser work, okay? No one's gonna die from this. It's gonna be just fine. Legs bent. I like a little bit of a longer bend for teaser, not so jammed up, because then you're for sure gonna get like hip flexory. So walk your feet away. I find it helpful to squeeze your inner thighs really tight if you can, in your knees and your feet, so you have that like extra support from your powerhouse muscles. Let's reach the arms up, and what you want in a teaser is your arms and your thighs in two parallel lines. So not too high with the hands and not too low with the hands. Okay, inhale, we're up tall. Exhale, we're gonna roll back and try to make the spine a J. So you're gonna squeeze your butt, you're gonna tuck your tailbone, roll off of it into the back of the sacrum just to get a rounded low back, but a nice lifted chest and straight back, that's all. So we're not going into like a letter C or anything like that. We want that straight upper spine, and then we're gonna come back up, nice and simple. Inhale, exhale, squeeze your bum, squeeze your inner thighs, roll off your sitting bones and just behind the tailbone, so you have a really hollowed out low belly, like that little hammock shape, but your upper back is like the tall, straight part of a letter J, and then come back up. Not so bad. Let's go again. Tuck your seat. Scoop your belly. Keep your chest lifted, keep your shoulders down. If you want to, you can straighten out your right leg, but can you keep your thighs together and your knees together? So that right leg didn't go above or below your bottom leg. Put it down, come back up. And again, little tuck of the tail, squeeze of the bum, scoop of the belly. We want to be holding ourselves up with our abs and not with the hip flexors. So the more you scoop your belly, the less you're going to feel your hips. The left leg could stretch, doesn't have to. Put the foot down and back up. Let's do one last time, and I bet you have guessed what we're going to try. Scoop your belly. tuck off your tailbone. If you can, both legs up. If you cannot, that's fine. Keep the scoop. You don't want to sit up and balance on your sitting bones because then you're just going to use your hip flexors. Put the feet down, come on up, and just round over your legs. Let's take a little diamond shape in the legs just in case your hip flexors were getting grippy there. Just like release them and fold. And let's finish standing. We're going to do some roll downs, the same that we began, but we're going to take them further by, hi Eden, you're a little late girl, but I'm going to save this and you'll be able to do it later. I think I'm going to put it on Instagram TV where it stays forever instead of doing the 24-hour thing that I have been doing. Standing up, you guys, like we were at the beginning. You can go in a little tiny V so you can connect heels, inner thighs, and booty. If that doesn't feel good for you, then do parallel. Your arms are up, right? You have this imaginary wall behind you so you're not going to stick out your bum. Start to roll down head and neck, shoulders and upper back, middle back and lower back. You bend your knees if you need to get your hands flat on the ground. Let's take about 4 walks, if you can, to get to plank. We're just going to hold the plank. You're going to squeeze your heels. You're going to squeeze your bum. You're going to straighten those legs. Make sure your head and neck are in line. If you can see yourself on your screen right now, oh, you can't. This isn't Zoom. All you can see is me. Darn it. Now come back. Tuck your head. Lift your ribs. Lift your back. Round your back using your abs like elephant or up stretch. Try to walk your hands back to your feet without wiggling your hips side to side. Get stable. Now tuck your bum under. Press your hips forward. Round your back. Pull your ribs up. Come all the way back to standing up tall. And we're going to do that one last time. Roll down arms, head, neck, shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back. Hands on the mat. Try to get to your plank in 4 hand walks if you can. Get the straightest line that you can. Squeeze your knees, your bum, your stomach. Nice flat upper back. Don't droop between your blades. Neck and head in line. And then come back. Tuck your head. Lift your ribs. Scoop your belly like a wave is going through your spine. Walk to your feet. Get your glutes on. Tuck your tail. Press your hips forward. Roll through your back bone by bone. I am so boiling hot. I don't think it's because it was the hardest workout ever. I think it's just so hot today outside. Whew! And I don't have my AC on today. I had it on yesterday. Guys, we're all done. I hope that basic workout was still a little bit challenging for you and maybe informative, right? Thinking about where the ribs go and where the shoulders go and how the low abdomen should work. And even when you go faster, bigger, stronger exercises, you want to keep all those principles happening. So sometimes it's good to slow it down, step it back, and just do some really good basics. I like to do that stuff too. Thank you guys for joining. Thanks, Charlene. I'm glad you thought it was a great class. Thanks, Caroline. Totally different pace than the class that you've been doing with me lately, but it's still really good work for all of us to do. Sorry that Raj didn't come say hi to you guys. Maybe I'll just bring you guys to him before I sign off. And yes, I'm going to try to save this to Instagram TV. It's a hard life, you guys, to be a dog. Look at this poochie woochie. Okay. Have a great Sunday, you guys. Thanks for joining. Bye.